Hi, I have a new tool out. It's called Impromptu Texture Browser, and this is it. It's simply a texture browser that lets you browse your textures. These are actually materials, but we're representing them using the first texture that we find in the material, or whichever matches the parameters that you specify here. So for instance, I've specified base color, and I'm getting the base color texture back. Although you could also, if you wanted to, enter normal and show all of these materials normal maps. But let's go back to base color, and you can comma separate these as well. Base color, albedo, texture, diffuse, whatever. There's a nice default for that. So if you click on one of these, it just selects it in the content browser and you can work with it like you normally would. But you have the advantage now of not showing all of your materials as spheres like this, which is an annoying way to work when you're trying to do level design. If a texture is sort of wider than it is, if it's non-square, and you mouse over it, it'll zoom in so you can get a better look at it, as you can see here. If you click on them, they get put in this recent palette at the top so you can see what you've been working with. You can search the list and say wall, and this shows only my walls, and I can favorite that search. And let's try again with floor, star that, and what have I got? Dirt, ground, cobble. Yeah, cobble. I'll favorite that, and now I can just switch between these at a click. So if I select a folder and I press refresh, that's what pulls these textures in the first place. So if I select my Half-Life folder over here, I'll pull every texture from Half-Life. And these are all 128 by 128. So it's a bad example of what I'm about to show you, but you can resize the thumbnails as well. You can go up to 512 or higher, or you can go all the way down to 64. All of Half-Life's textures are pretty much 128-ish. So yeah, you can search it. There's a function here called instances only, which is on by default, which means you'll only pull material instances. But if you disable that, it'll bring materials as well, just because you might not want to apply base materials to your world. And I suppose that's probably pretty much it. Also, you can search the entire project instead of a current folder, but just unticking current folder, pressing refresh, and you'll load every material in your project, although that may not be what you want to do if you have a lot of them. But we do try not to load them all up front. We sort of just load them when you scroll to them. I'm not 100% sure how well that's working right now. But all this seems fine to me, and if you find a bug with it, sort of let me know. I'm not sure what the price of this is going to be yet. What I can tell you is that if you complain about it, I will double it, and then I will double it again. So yeah, if you want a good other companion widget for this, I also have a material instance generator for sale. You can use this to, if you have, like, for instance, I used this to take all of Half-Life 1's textures and generate the material instances for it. So that does that in like a second. Right, so this is going to be on itch, and then it's going to be on fab. Fab is probably going to take a little while to accept it. But yeah, in the meantime, I suggest using this with Scythe, which Chris Bryant has been doing, if you want to look him up. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this. Let me know if it's, bad in some way that I can fix. If it's bad in a way that I can't fix, don't let me know. Thanks.